Hi team, welcome back. In previous session we have seen how to pass parameter to a simple method because we are discussing about the data provider and data provider is helpful to pass parameter, right? Parameters to your test case, right? So in the previous session we simply seen the how to pass parameter to a simple Java method. Clear? Now back to the test engine. So this is a simple test, okay, and I'm just as discussed in previous session, I'm just trying to verify the login functionality with the user. Here I simply hard-coded a user. If you run it, let's imagine the login functionality is tested with this particular user. Okay, now just like how I say hey login, I'm just going to pass parameter in Java session here. Same way I'm going to say this particular login method also. Hey login, please use user string because I'm just going to give you a parameter called user which of string type. Okay, please use it. Okay, so okay, this method will use it because I'm saying that okay, I'm pass you parameter. Clear? But the thing is how we need to pass this parameter. That is the point. Okay, in Java simply at the time of calling this particular method we are passing. Okay, but in TestNG it's a different, right? That's the reason we are using annotation called data provider. Okay, now you got the exact point why we are going for the data provider. Okay, good. Now second important point here we need to know here is data provider return object data type because methods will have the return type, right? Everybody knows some method we can return the string, some methods can return the integer. Like that, this particular annotated method, if I say the method with annotated data provider, okay, it must return object. Okay, so what's object data type? It's simply it's an data type which refer to our primitive data types, nothing but a strings, integers or something. So object, this particular object data type have the reference to the other data types. Okay, when I am returning the object, nothing but I am in turn referring into the another types, nothing but let's say I'm passing the user as a string, my object will refer to that string. Clear? Don't confuse it. We will see simplest way. Okay. Now I'm just giving the annotation called data provider. Okay. I'm saying public and I'm not using void because it has to be written object. So I'm just giving two braces, nothing but it's a multi-dimensional. Okay. Of course, if you want to use simply pass only one string, you can pass it because the dimensions become 0, 0. Okay. Fine. So object and I'm just giving the name as a test data. Fine, this is a very simple method. Now I am saying that object, right? Let's create a simple variable for object. Okay, we can do in a different ways, but I am just to give you a simplest way to understand better, and I keep on updating into the different ways so that we are familiar with passing this object in different ways. After that you can use in any useful way or any simple way as you wish. Clear? So I simply say object equal to new object. Okay, now what I will do, I will give the dimension here. Okay, so because I'm initializing as an array, I just have to give the dimension. I simply say 5 rows and 5 columns. It is up to us if you want to use all or not, no problem. For safe side I'm just giving the 5 values. Okay, now I'm saying a object. Okay, at first location let's say 0 or 0. Okay, so 0, 0, and I'm giving you one value called Murali. So this is a something like we are saying as a user, right? So what it is pointing, it is pointing to a user, nothing but some string value Murali. Okay, now this is a data provider. I'm saying okay, I am returning you. Okay, so what I am returning? I am returning the object. So what this object contains? It's contain a string value. So because internally it has a string value, I already said I am sending the string value. If here I am loading the integers, I have to say I am returning the integers. Clear? Good. Now we are good with data provider, but the problem here is how I can inform my test. Hey test, I'm giving you a data provider, please use it. For that sake, I'm just naming my data provider. Let's say name equal to get data. Okay, so this is the name of my data provider. I inform same to my test. Okay, so I'm giving you a data provider having the name called get data. Now cool, so we have a data provider which is returning the object. That object again refer to a string called Murali. Clear? And I already given hint to my test. You have to get the data from the data provider named as get data, and I already saying to the my method, okay, my test method, I'm going to pass you a string value and use the same string. Clear? Let's run it. Okay, now let's see. It's very good. I'm first getting the Murali and null value because no parameter defined but found to be using data product, because we are giving the more values, right? I'm just giving the one. Okay, because now I want to use the only one set of data, so instead of 5 I'm saying only 1. See, it is passed. Okay, now what we do is we just give you two set of data. Okay, because now I'm little bit tweak this. So let's say this is a username. Now I need to pass password also. Let's say string password. Okay, so same way in my logic, just like how I used my username to log in, I have to same use the password also, right? I'm just sending the password. Now what we do here is, okay, what we need to do here is, so in one set I need two cells because I need username and I need password. Okay, so what now I am saying is I am going to give you two cells, nothing but a row, two columns. Okay, so object, here is the 0 and here is the 1. Okay, so what is the password here? We can give some password, let's say Murali 12345, like that. Okay, so I'm returning again the same thing. Okay, so now this time what we are doing, we are giving the username as well as the password. Okay, in one row, this is the one row, nothing but a one set. In set I'm just giving the two cells, two columns. Okay, fine. See, it is passed Murali and the username password. Like that you can give n number of parameters. Okay, so this particular set of parameters should be under one row. Okay, so this is the way how I can pass simply one set of test data. This is one set, right? Username password is one set. If I want to give like this multiple sets, okay, how we can do it? Okay, let's see that in coming session.